Hi. So you want to get your first Spanish shawl, a Mantón. So you want to make a good investment in this. You don't want to start off getting super cheap Mantón or shawl because it will just flop around. But let me show you what dimensions you should get more or less. Now, what you're looking for is the quality of the fabric, the quality of the embroidery, and then the quality of the fringe and the overall weight, and then the overall size, okay? So, for example, this one, and again, I am short, so everything is gonna be larger on me. So you have to adapt it to your own size. But generally, the mantones are gonna be a square, and then you fold them over into a triangle. And you see this one is rather light, like lightweight, and the embroidery is kind of like just basic machine embroidery that you would find on the lower end, and then the fringe is okay. So this is a light Manton, and it's great for kind of figuring out how to move it around. But you'll see that if it's too light and too small for you, then you won't be able to get it around your head, and then you won't be able to do fun things with it because you need that weight for it to be able to fly around. If it's too light, then it just kind of flops, okay? All right, so that's that one. This one is kind of the same weight. Yeah, it's actually very light. So the fabric itself, it's thin, and you'll see, I don't know if you can see it on your side here, but the back side, you can see all the threads of of the embroidery. And whereas this other side, it's all clean, this side, and you can just see the back end of it. So, higher quality mantones will have the thicker fabric, and usually silk, and you'll see the embroidery just kind of be solid and beautiful on both sides. And also this fringe is, it's basic. So you'll see how it, is, you kind of thin, right? All right, then the next level, this one's a higher quality. Even though it's the same size, the fabric itself, this is actually made out of satin, which I've never really seen before. And so that adds weight to it already. And then the embroidery, you see, it's kind of standard, but it's kind of solid on both sides. And then the fringe itself is longer, or at least the knotted part is bigger, or it's thicker, it's more tight. So this one, actually, when I whirl it around, it has more weight to it. So I can feel the fringe kind of adding more weight and more whip around it. So you have to kind of pay attention to that. And each one, of course, you're going to have to, each Manton that you use, you have to adapt your own muscles for that. Now, my preferred one is this one. And this is ginormous for me. But I actually had to trim the fringe on the end of it. So this one, has beautiful, beautiful embroidery, beautiful, beautiful fringe. And you'll see the fringe is a little bit thicker. And so I can, it's covers me practically. And then it just takes more effort to bring it around because it's heavier, but then it has such lovely weight that it just kind of moves on its own, okay? So when you are looking for a Manton, you want to make sure that it's a good size for you, that you can whip it around without it just kind of flopping or getting caught in your hair because it's too short or too small. And you want to make sure that the fringe is as tight as possible, meaning that it's not really open, so there's more weight to it. And then you want to make sure that the embroidery, you know, is nice. It's just nice. It's not just thrown out there. You don't want to get the kind of mantones that are just a piece of fabric with pre-made fringe sewn onto it. Something like that would be fine as a costuming element, but for actual Manton work, dancing with it, that won't work. So I hope that was helpful, and I know they are kind of a scary thing to buy, because if you can't actually go to a store to pick one out, you know, if you order it online, you look at those pictures and hope for the best. So I hope that helped you. Good luck.